Yo abusia and nanso so da fufuro. Today we are going to have a big conversation. Se wo pese wo hu said ya ye benyini akwa and that episode no be kire wo ba bi a ye pagya ye mu afiri ni ye de akọ. Ye be pagya ye mu akoduru level bi afi episode bi a ye be ye bia no ye de ehun rituals ebe ka ho e de amaw. Na what practice spirituality no ewo fie. Na ada ye bedu that level no afi nioma bebre ho ntoma ebe den ebe pa. And then we are discussing the Archontic tones of celestial war. The Archontic tones of celestial war. And no, and then they di hun komo. Today you will know spirituality. Say ye can spirituality e di liberation beba. Mi bebubu hu kakra e di amaw ama washe. Na me no be call 2 stages per because it is big. And at the end of the day, no, me add me faith ritual since I started these shows like 8 years ago no mama 4 rituals ankrofo wo fie and then the faith ritual me release na me cheche ni nyina mu ama wahu nti na ne krakra ne say and the episode no at the end of the day the ebeka no ehun rituals woto wo be hye na wo dey solve issues wo fie. My episodes are not for sale. You better share the Archontic tones of celestial war na your topic no. But you better share 2 stages. Flame wars. You better share no first. After you better share lineage ritual to break Archontic code. And no, and you better rituals na. Me de better to the amount. A very important discussion. And then no, ye kwa konya. Inti no me pese onipa biya or shame no. Eti ase said the element we read no. It goes beyond their yedi yenihu. And the near maybe a yesuya ne ye jane originality so they are to a chireno and also as a so nipa bia to meet no ase. Last week remember what I say chemicals are ye kekabo mua. Ye to me e peja ye nyamisu no asat edin a wo de be ma no de e your choice. Water is alive and holds DNA memory. So obi ate ase. Me say then water is alive and holds DNA memory and can reactivate your destroyed lineage path. That has been blocked by Archontic codes. Water, soil, and air are not just substances. They possess profound consciousness. They are alive and they know. Intina make a say, "Eya mummy susu." Say yeah, didn't say we your water element, we your fire element now. It goes beyond that, and that is what we are going to get into. And I said, no ye babe wurem and na yashe. Me started this whole show, then I make no. My year rituals be 4 in 8 years. Mediama, and then I remember me faith ritual, and it's so big that you need a book, and they are not for sale. He then me de ma no. And yet the same ritual no. And na yenya libation from it. And na kopo libation ma wona nanom, kopo libation ma wona nanom, and ye bebiem. Ni yahwe de wa ritual na nka seti ene ne origin. Na fe wo kopo libation na watumi ate ase. Eye the same ritual no so and de maame water any river bodies ni nyina ne rituals no e de by the same ritual o. Same rituals na yenya baptism so e de free mu e de by. It is one of the oldest rituals. Yet forgotten. Adia ye wura afi na ya manipulate no na ya distort enti ye ya na fe abe difficult for us. Na enu na ye the oldest ritual a ewo ho na akabulance the priest no na omo perform ana na omo use. Enti enei show ya ye hwe metumi aka say by the end of the show no I will turn obia ni priesthood mode no. Ebia ye be wie show no na matani na wankasa wa ye niam bi wo fie na afi wa ma ya discuss ya hwe se sebe obi chen obi buru obi so ana asoso se obi ntimi nye bibi age se obi ene be ya ama no ansa sa asem na ya metai kan no na nipa ntimi nti ase obi kura bisa wa last week episode ni mu se enti obi abetimi aye konfo ana ane pa enti na me de sa rituals we ebeto ho. I want you to practice it at home. Na afe yenhwe de be free mu aba na wo de ho testimony na yeden e de amame me see and me introduce me faith rituals in 8 years me started shows we no me first episode that me ya na ritual ka ho was the third eye activation mo be hwe asata me e wo TV so That was March 20th, 2022. 2 years ago. And I yes, I did. And that's our platform way so. Were 41k views. A time with Maame Grace. The enemy ma eduane nipa bedi e kire seedlings bi a wobetimi edi na wa activate wo third eye no. Minya videos bebre wo ho e be trende ye na third eye no etu atese e wo kurom. Eno wo ho e na afa me be ye healing of crystals na me ye essential oils and cowries. Eno so na spiritual hour is on this same platform. Na ye September 18th 2022 and also 2 years ago e was 13k e was your platform we are so ubetimi ahwe and also me kire kwan a obefa so use oils any ade e wo ho me pese video ni be because we no said American no rituals wo to nti me pese meka na magijeje bi wo he e wo mu nti me third rituals a me be ye no e ye salt magic obi a o show ni bia be kai that episode no e na me kire wo Sedia ye nananom na omofre sunsum edeba na omofre sunsum ne ba na omu yusu wi a ekwan omofa so ja sunsum no kwan na sunsum no eko. That was salt magic episode when I showed you how our ancestors call for spirits and how to see them off. Sedia omu betena ha na omu beye entice with niyama ye na fa omu bejeje ye mba bejeje ye busua emmoso eye me third rituals I made to social media no so that was 4th October 2024 e wo 58k still edaswa e wo platform we saying eso eno na ye me third rituals I me me educating the public ne say omo em practice bi enti machirew eno na ye me third ritual so said ya ye free sunsum ni ye ja sunsum no kwan dey amede ye no eno na mama wo date no na mama wo episode no ubetimi akoshe na me fourth rituals ameye no so me de practices bi kan ho a ubetumi aye wo fie no was copper moon goddess. That was when I declared 14th March as Oshun Day. That was February 13 2025 6 months ago ya na me fourth rituals and na fourth episode me de rituals ye den e de kan ho enti ene episode we na mesan de rituals aka ho a in 8 years no my 5 episodes a eno de rituals eka ho se ye wonkwa na ye nwu ye ne ye te ase a every September e kono afa ni mehu se ye do level bi nti ye fe ni ese ye jumping kwa another climate nti eno na fe de episode bi a ye be ye bi na practices e ye den eka ho na wankasa wo ye ade no e wo fie so that you can take care of your family like you work and pay fees and pay rent no wotumi yes anyama ni nyina enye spirituality na obetu ho anamo akohwehwe you will do all these things in the house na ritual no ne fapem ni bi ana anyama nketenkete a ye beye ana so se sedia yenim dada na ewo ho ne yada ne ani abutu me kopo libation amanananom ene ade ne origin ne ade nyina ne ye bebiebiem na ma kire sedia wankasa wo be practice eno so maka topic aye be discuss no e de akire wo dada. I want to take the time to explain to all of us here why I spend time and money to bring you these editorials. Me person me taking me time pa na me chire mu medical chiro enye se niama ni niwa ye betumi etu egu abonten ba ye hwe level no ye hwe frequency ye hwe earth na nkasa ye te so no mframa ye home ene de keka ka ho nyina ne ye de ho asem abebo e de apini nti ene me pese me to mebo na me kire wo de nti all this stress ni all this investment no e koso ne ye hwe benkum hwe ni mfa ye push ya de besi 8 years that's why e push. I have seen how serious spirituality is exposing bigotry and fraud. Mitigana ha enti mi hubi mi gidi se wonsusu hubi enti spirituality kura nya wakondo unya kura wo mpese wo beti ane. It is common that when I discuss important topics, others can use the knowledge to grow themselves. That's my mission. So obiya be ye ni bibi dia make bia obi be use for himself. Me betna ha and dress it. Emfa kamresa kakra kayin besi mi so se me ba be share knowledge wa ha na obi akobo ni donkomi me be ka se dia ankrankra biara ebetimi atena ne fie se wuti wo fie na wo bo wo brade a ene obetimi atena wo fie aye wo bibia obetimi atena wo fie no wawu anyankwa ene obetimi atena wo fie no waye bibia eno ni dawuro a me ye den mebo enu nti na me screaming na me shouting na me preaching yourself to you. But it is nonsense to make a bad brain mimicry of a serious conversation about gifted children and sit well with me. It mean to me and go through sleepless nights. Na me beka important message for nkrofo o madwene so. Then somebody ya owo anoma adwene kiti say half of a more grain. Na wababe obabe fadi akoye fraud. It's not so okay. It is not done. So you talk about gifted people, and then this you come and do this thing. It is not done. My episodes are not for Chaskele. They are not for chatters. They are not for Ajana one. So when you watch the dates and the episode. What's in a platform where so now so ma weni na hwa minim ni ameye edi ama ubiom. It's so annoying. So we bet na sleepless night and you are focusing on liberation of Africa. Somebody is focusing on nam aobere. So today I have decided to give the reason why I do such elaborate and explanatory pieces for people to be awakened. That's what I'm preaching. That every individual obiya mpagya ne nyamisu no nye niama ma ne ho bibie ni wa wonko awuntumi nye eno ni asama me ne wo ka no. I welcome you to Time with Maame Grace. Like in the episode then I make no there are rituals with it and na eso nti me mpese meye na part 1 part 2 there bi enye movie na meye me ma wakwa about the Time with Maame Grace jumedi kese so. And this is the period we separate the parasites from our midst. Entina mama all the episodes are me yeah rituals can na me date aka mama. I don't delete any episode from my post, whether they insult me, whether I disgrace myself, whatever happens, you know, what platform so all the episodes I gave you, they are on this platform. You can go and watch, because truly whoever is picking words from my episode to sell to you, even a hint of the words I use and not a little idea. They are always looking for something to say. It's either me can omo be train 1 month 2 months no ma fa no ma beton amamo and me can ya no ma fa no mo beton amamo. I don't sell any of my episode, and 9 of my episode is for sale. So I draw your attentions to what we are doing here, so you will know the value of it. Abusia enti mama yenhwe Archontic tones of celestial war. Me mo akwaba at the Time with Maame Grace jumedi kese subio. Yo abusia nanso so yekwasi ada bio me mankrankra bi ache e mankrankra bia akwaba. Wo share Time with Maame Grace on this very platform. You can call me the prettiest preacher. And there's so asama ye be kan na me ka kire wa hyase na hu hia yie. Efe so no rituals e be di akire. In 8 years I started shows no. This is my 5th ritual. Me come major ones. Me ye binu ma me chire the way I bomb paye any grandings, a few things, but they were not major. But where the idea ye nyina ye nim na nkese se ye na sebe ya yira ho kwan kakra na adani business ama ebinu mu. Eno na nde ye ba behwe na the American nyina na say me I'm not saying betoshe be ye hwe. The American say do these things in your house and see if the God you are looking for is not in you. Memu akwa ba ma kire wo topic ayebe discuss any faces ayebe ko just 2 faces. Mema wahu war no the way a etie na mama watch hu ade a wo be ye nsoso e di afri wo. Last week episode no bibi say nti dreways no yenso ye be ye dan ye tumi cast spell wo so say ye say ye pani ama sharp there e be ye din. And yes, I was sorry ya na wo cast spell. You must know your grounds, know the calculations, and san wo hu me a wo ka. You should even understand signs and symbols. No one who baby a wood jina baby a woo facey. Send your way place it 9. So 9 shine. You must understand all of this and send away to me a cast spell. And no year education and no take it time and send away who now resonate. Na sa time no and na before binomu and shada any be. let's look at flame wars. You can't say flame wars are a daddy. Do not be distracted by quacks wanting to feed on your gullibility. Because the sooner you come to the terms with the fact that we are at war, the better for all of us. Obinendum, I say, Oko ben na meko, Nenso eradia Maame ndi nkuguo, eradia Maame ndi nkuguo, oh, minime kokoano, debia ye can say we war, we wrestle, we war, we wrestle, but who we are at war with, wrestling with, no, eya yen sheda nim, ipakwa ye no wrestle, but me pesa wote ase endesa wo hwe me a, se no kwasem ni okubi ewo ho, eyo okubenya. There is a big war that has been happening for over 500 years. And this war starts with people monitoring your DNA and linking your words to make sure you are not part of those who are to come to awaken the people. There were a lot of apprentices, agents who are standing in for what I just said. I spoke about gifted children and indigo children because they are monitoring traces of ancestral tones. Enunti na mebeka asasem no. Asem na meka ye no na eye so big that somebody with a bad brain will never understand. Class 1 ni ontumi nti ade a professor no ana doctor no lecture e wo university. It is okay. Because Adrian Kasapo cannot comprehend. It cannot think. Adia waiting about maybe indigo children, no number gifted children. So you think we are free as Africans? We are not. We are at war. But with who? So Maame Grace said we are at war. We are at war with who? What do I mean by what I just said? Even the common technologies that we are using are able to track our dreams through the frequency of smart devices without our knowledge. We don't care. Na ekuna ye kono si jina ye ni niyama ene ye kono. We are ignorant about it. And yen kra ye ma ekunu eye easy manipa one yen ekono. Nanko nipa de uwo wiase na obi chesi wa. De o chesi wo ne mre ya wa wu dwane no anka wo mre. Yen take a critical look at anything. Yen take a critical look at anything. Bibia ye benye biya na ye because ye busy. Ye pesa ye de ye inheritance. E de se aduane like Jacob did. Ye serious. But you are not supposed to know we are at war because what da ewu afem. Until you are not supposed to know we are at war. That is why I spend time educating all of us about who the gifted are. Because there are always gifted children at every era. Just like Jesus came, said Yamoka. Just like Muhammad came, said Yamoka. Just like Krishna came, said Yamoka. If those people came and no more gifted, into unjin this African so obi beba or no so you're gifted. At least and yes, she crana sebe wabon kra. And ye konfwa not chimo. We have people we have people that came to die. They were special people who were fearless for their country, for their villages, for their cities, for their continent. So always no gifted children are debia omoba. No mu free hifa ene ya omuba ehwo na me pese nde no ye didi koho na ye hwe ba bia omu free a omu ye den eba asa wo se wo tracy gifted children na e start ebi mu de kra start free yefunu ebi de start free awom wo hwa a ye se Jesus ye nyem no na ne papa enka ho na ye bi trote ne maame ama obi ntina chese nim guase na e start free yefunu no mu according to sorry no Jesus no eye gifted inti yes say emra Jesus ne maame nyem no o meet Elizabeth no so nyem John the Baptist no enkola no story wo yefunu mu ekasa ye nti a gifted child no ade ne start with no free ne yefunu mu e di bedu na wo mu eye enye easy eye nimguase eye ya tete eye ohaw menjina we so because wo be tete wo anasa ade na beto na nimguase bia na ohaw bi nti na wa ma obi yusu na adwen na adwene na ayete say anoma adwene no abesi wo akere so oton bibi ama na bra na beji. It's not true, it's a lie. That is not what I meant when I did that episode, okay? So take your time, listen to these things and try things all by yourself. That's what I'm preaching to you. But those who have been sent from the lower vibration are using their deception and tricks to bastardize the divine message. Ade we am catch wa wo bampo a anka wo be fa no na said the otie bia no de odo akobọ ne condition ni mu. Not the reason why and not the purpose as akola ne ba ha no what that situation ni mu no wetumi abeye no eno na ebi no mo pese ye beye because there are people that omo ye earthbound. They've gone below animals, so they vibrate on a lower frequency. So when you are bringing people to ascension, they are bringing people down to food because animals eat only food. They don't think. That's the difference between human beings and animals. Ebusia, I am not telling you to stop using smartphones. And yes, I'm making because obedi senti Maame Grace dey okay na or patch say enti be pese e divine my use smartphones ana nope. And yes, I'm making. Yes, I'm making at all. But it is my job as a watcher to inform you that this is no joke. It is a war to intercept the memories kept in our DNA. War we hu asem e na me ne wo e ka no. Anything na meka wa ha no, look at it from beyond this 3D world so that obi entumi use you as a business to scam you. Because there are lazy people all over. They don't want to work. And there's so many ways to know this, not by eating and sleeping like that. They have technologies that reads your breath pattern. That's what I say, your frequency and vocal tone so that it can detect your aura and check which ancestry you are depicting. We have that episode equally on this platform. Say, it is the body that is new here, but the spirit or the soul in us is been here eons. It just ekwa na afa body foforo na ediaba ekwa na afa body foforo na ediaba. Inti eno ho asem na me ne wo ka no. Inti se wo fa body foforo na wo ba. These people do omo esua de akwa anim omo amfa aduane endi omo anim kan nti omo esua de akwa anim nti so omo hwe wo a omo wo so many things omo de be hwe hu wo baby behavior ne de wo ye no baby wo firi a wo ba. This is the reason why every gadget wo use wo hwe no wo hwem. If it is phone, you face it. If it is TV, you face it. E de ba de na gadget the wo fia wo use so plug ya de kora wo hwem. That's the reason. Omo esua de akwa akire ehu. E na omo de ye adwuma ama omo ho. E na ye de ye nsua de na ye ma bibia eye easy. Eye den e de ma omo. Obi ba ka say na we so ya de aye ndwe ho. Ye hwem e se ye dwe ho. Bibia ni wi ase mu e se ye tena se ye nse se ye dwe ho. Sebe kafra fa cheme. Se wo sore na wo dwen Pepsodent ne sebio kafra toilet roll a esese wo dwene ade a wodi wanim kohwe de a wo nse ekoto so ba bia do honam koto esese wo hwe. It is not about your family or tribe. Enye no no mo be hwe ansa mo be hu tete no se na nkobi nye wo fie nipa a wo ntumi fa ne nkoji sikaduro se sa na ete ya na ente sa abium adenti na obi tumi hwe obi wo krom na otumi fa ne de ko ye bibi ma ne ye yie tete no na nka esese wo oyo wabusuani ansa na watumi de nako. It is about the codes on your DNA. So binya ho kwan no manipulating na you are done. So looking at us as Africans, ye behavior ni yesu ene de ye wom no hwa ye DNA code no ye intact ana obi reprogram yen. Sa de we na mpese ye hwe na so obi reprogram yen mpo a and the episode na wie ye no I'll give you rituals then you reprogram it to fit your. I am not supposed to open the conversation like this, but I have no choice. Nkomo we num dia me wuke na nka ni nyina ntira me ka kire so wo hwe na episode na obehu from September the way our episode will be going. Spirituality me so obeye wo dem. Na obehu say you so simple. Opese anointing fa wo obeye wo dem wo na anointing ne be fa wo. Na wo wi anyame ko e be pagya ne mu afi mu no wankasa wa pedin bi na wo de ama no. Why? Me need choice. I have to do this. They have trained their emotional parasites to perform tricks and scam with unimportant messages I preach on this platform. I have so many ways to help us restart our genetic codes. But if we allow deception and greedy quack spirituality to dilute these messages, it will yield no fruit. Into me ntenase anadwona machi nyina enya me ya. Na me be ye episode se nkrofo mfa no mo mfa free omo ho. Na obi ada adidi awe na mada. Wa be fa se episode no no oton ama mo. Me say mu bibi a mu check platform so na mu check date no. Obi eni ho obe se bi wo. Madika akasa asem we multiple times. You are your own Messiah. If you decide to be lazy and ignorant, don't blame Jesus if you don't go to heaven. That's what the Bible say. Inti no wo ho na wo pese wo rituals munye say but you have to keep shut na wo ma episode a obeye na ka the rituals aka ho na ye ekọ because of these animals inti na wo ya hu de awonye because unya de to wa pem na ye de asija so na ye ton wo ho no mo. It is not about the end of their time, and when I say they, I'm talking about the masters of this universe. I have done a lot of editorials with codes and symbolic messages to communicate with your DNA because I can't break through your programmed mind. Into your choice. To me force you be as a chinchina chin. Dia wope enonye into your open up the platform no ni ye hwie knowledge na guso na de be resonate de be boa no wafa then you wankasa wo be reprogram ho. The reason I will give these rituals today because e be difficult so ukasa ukowura obi adwene mu na we lose the lock na ewo mu no e be den but you can lose the keys internet keys no wo ho manipa na or you ready so person free himself just use the key no na or the lose no ho na ono na okono. It is not that time is even up for them to liberate the gods. But it is about they expecting their ends to come from certain places. These masters, this is their expectations. If you don't understand what I'm saying, let me use Dr. Kwame Nkrumah for example. Said you think the Abrofo is not expecting a genetic tone to return as his? Do you feel say Nkrofo way? Abrofo we omu nim say Kwame Nkrumah ni tone ni genetic tone ni beba beba be ma omu sa problem no when baby aye nwen nko ho because of aduane nti se nko omu ndwen sa anka abortion centers bebrebe egu ha omu di aduro be free omu tia workers wo ho ka free no e de na omu nya wo mo ye Christian country na mo te ya mo na mo kan yo religion kremofo minyi di so mo pa abortion a Christopher so mpa abortion inti clinics na esi woni nyina na omokoya abortion wo ho no 8 years na ewo kurum anu kwa na abosomsomfo no na omokoya abortion mo ankasa mo yi mo asewa no. They remember how he nearly destroyed their system. Or say now Africans can control or take care of their own affairs. Sa asem no ye omo ehi ye omo tan inti se wawu akwa ba yencheni wu under the ocean na yencheni wu under the space and ye won si ha na bibisa mo apart from kodo na mo de kofa nam ne fishing boat mo was submarine e kopo wasipo aeroplane keke carry passengers e de fa ewiem ahaya climate kitwa yi e kwa abrochi da he na mo wo na mo akonya de eco space nti se ye cheni obi wo ho no mo a wo se de na wo ya obetumi de obi akọ lusu Kwame Nkrumah ni tone se mbra. What do you have? You see how narrow we have become. They remember how he nearly destroyed their system. Omunim. They remember more than we do because we don't care. Common documentation cry and share. O can say me here chiro bibini kra only time. And they don't want that to happen again. Omobe protect your borders. What do you people protect? Abrofo do not want any new gene from the higher planes to manifest. They don't want. So all the systems, the 3D world, the frequency or from 0.8 to a hanomono who vibrate free wa, ya diagnosing say, ye omon so that ye be wo baby ye wona so they can ombetumi aye ye pebia asem kakraka we ene ye ka ho asem. Omo betimi aye de omo pe bia because so who vibrate with that lowest level na wankasa wo hu hwe se wo hoso de omo pe bia no mo do beye se wo yo bi a wo do Africa wo tena se na wo back na wo hwe niam bia wo be hu ohaw kese a Africa wo yeti hey ye ndi dollar o ba bibia ye wo krom ha bia ye dollar ye pese dollar ne nkofom ne ye nya ahoto kakra munye honest dollar ne call from ne cedi no mo se ye hwe according to you mo se ye hwe no a asofo atete mre no mu omo bo mpaye e na dollar ne omo nyina nya ano a omo de ka se nde wo ye wo nkrofo ni bu anka omo ka asema ye se wo nka choki omo ye wo krom ha dollar ya asem ye be bishop we de no mo ye ene Maame te so kakra ba be gi fans wo ho e krom ha no se wugina level bi a de opa bi atimi kan obi enye ohwe ba wugina level bi so a enye bibia na obetumi aka ye wo omo wo freedom wo kuro nim ye wo omo ni freedom so e wo kuro nim adan na dollar call from bibia ye slow all businesses are slow adan wahu the way ye wo ye energy ni ye frequency mpompa ahoto nti me ntan obroni ni obroni ni asem no bibini a ono de osi onsua de obroni decided so obesua de no we protecting the borders. That is his wisdom. So if you decide to vibrate on the lowest level ni ye Kenyan sasem kura because wadwini ni ye peanut nti no wo se wo de ye wo ma kwan kura na wo san so ye John things kan ho a eno menti ase ye betena de eti na imu ache papa ye betena ha ache basa because they edwin ho aye car land useless stuff a wu a wo fa nko ba bia. It's so sad. But those who know us and have been watching every move we make are aware. Some of genetic stones need be emba because to be disturb you and they know how to stop that memory from our tone, DNA and frequency. They know how to do it. Because some de dani dey nyina omunsia omsi omanim omakoyi omunko omachi biom obibinisi na chi akono onye aduane na odi ya na wada asa se saade ani si a u behavior na udi behu se u vibrate wo highest level na normal level na even crapo wo the lowest level u behavior eno na be kire enti se wo hwe ye behavior na u behu ba bia ye operate wo no what you say because no kwasem ni wo abrochire a watena abrochire ache baby any one mean to kwan koye nti wa watutu kwan bebrebe no ukopa now take you time now study nkrofo ya omunye hustlers meboa wo show mo cars omu use no omu te bi mu omu ma big but wo de toto ebi before we do big things ye pakesesem no omu ye omu akesesem no wo omu adwini mu ene omu plans mu nti no omu mbre bebre ye pakesesem ni ye gya ya adwini ato akire sebi ebinom the ebema wo behu say ye vibrate with the lowest level no enu ni ye behavior greed enviness jealousy gossip sani ama no obi o vibrate wo obi ntina ne ba bi nye na de na wo ntumi nye bi na wo ndidi wo ho na wo san be keka nipa no ho asema ehu hia nipa no so onye wo mate in any way it is not done adise wo ye bronsam a wada ne aboa wo pe na wo betime behave sa. You may think Mami Grace is talking about normal spirituality, but I kid you not. This is modern day real war. A deadly war against the return of the flame. This is what I'm preaching. This is the spirituality I'm talking about. Not, don't come yo, don't come me. That's why I'm saying you people should leave me and let me be. Okay? Whatever you will use, as I me can be now be use whether words, whether topics, I don't really care. But don't try to drag me in your mud. Menya gbemela menyo. Gbetoy menya. Lebe ya trozu gbemela. Hey na va no gbeme. Ne menya ma trozu hunter, I will hunt you down. Yes, because there's no way a human being will fight animal. You just kill it. This is what I'm talking about. We want to make sure that this war that is preventing the flames to return, that is what we are talking about. That is the kind of spirituality I am preaching. I am not in your lane. And they are winning and investing. If a hero comes through birth, they will detect through DNA and vocal tones. This is what they are doing. Ejuma no mu yenini. And when I me twi ebi no mo, I mean enyansafo na dwene abaso. Business now doing. This is what we are saying. Until the Western world, and say, part of the places, ya no my akolani DNA test. Why are they doing that? When I make you I don't care whatever whoever is doing, but don't bring your animal stuff into my kingdom or my corner because I don't have your time. I don't even know you. And secondly, If any supernatural expectations are awaiting in the skies for the return of the Anunnaki, or they are coming through the portals in the ocean, they have control over both space and the oceans. You, an African, what do you have? What do you control? Your harbor here, your borders, your airport, what do you control? This is what I'm drawing our attention to. Say you will problem. Mama yen focus so e so. Because I was see Anunnakis no kreba. No ma ba bejewa. Space no mu free mu ba no. Control be na wo ho. E pu na mo de kanu ne kono. E no na mo de equal space no. Ha! What control do you have? Tell me. Tell me. If you ko wo a, omo nye wudi eni, omo ye ayeden. Tell me, say nyame wo de efa say bibi efi soro ko na eba, ana efi pumumpo na eba. Wo Africani, wo de na wo a wo de koponim. Ibisa wo. Ka kire me say de ameken enimu a. E de na wo control paucho. Wo de fishing boat na be ko ocean nimu, akolusu wana. No African country can talk about space or deep ocean exploration. No, it is off limit for us as black people. Common Egypt here, all the research, all the digging, all the archaeology, all the whatever you can think of, who are doing it? Tell me, who are those digging there? Tell us if there's someone doing this, I don't know. Education is broad. Tell me. And you think it's a joke? You think it's a Jana one? You think this is the usual spiritual nonsense going on up and down? Don't drag me in your bush. You think we are working on theories for you to take advantage of and scam people? Damn you, Delilah. I said, damn you, Delilah. Damn you, Delilah. My sleepless nights and hard work. It's not for you to do Ajana 1, Ajana 2. It's not for you to do chatters. If we don't explore space and deep seas, how can we get in touch with our lost ancestors who use portals in space and in the deep waters to shift into other dimensional worlds? How do we know? Up to now, these people are arguing that the Giza Plateau, all the pyramids, what Africa in ano, omo argue say aliens they be see. We don't even have any evidence. You try as much as you can to download. Come and tell your people so the few that can pick it will pick it, and then we can leave some yibi from Kolanu to take on. Somebody is selling it. How can we joke about such a thing? Such a serious case. What I just told you. If you are an African, I don't think you will eat your food today. I know you ask why you don't hear about alien and spaceship encounters in Africa. Have you wondered why? Almost spaceship akoto baby, where you say, when you say encounters, you see alien biaba, when we say encounters in Africa. Tell us, we just want to know. If you wish here be so, I'm going to miss Yeniama, who bet to me so abane ya babeka. Who wonder why? Encounters any amani biana. Let one African president make an effort to independently explore space like NASA, or go into the deep sea to explore, and he will be dealt with like Gaddafi. Tell me, explore apart from fish. Now fish no crosses here every year. Tell me where. When we say how serious this case is, this is where I'm focusing on. It is a war. It is not a joke. A war to silence a certain tone and message in your DNA. If Africans don't focus here and they decide to do everything physical, lau for you. This is the kind of spirituality I am doing. Pursuing liberation for my people. I am preaching input and impact to liberate Africa. To me draw your attention to the real things. I'm not handling individual affair. That's not what I'm doing. These people have taken oaths and made covenants with unseen forces to make sure the memory in your DNA is hidden from you. Ahana me problem ni nyina. And when I me pesa yenye ho adwuma. It's such a serious thing now. Want to me fendi agro. This is what we have to focus on. This is what I want us to take care of, so we can free our children. This is where I'm in focus on. Now where any child's play. enye bad brains ni ye dey handle such issues. It's na me can say me platform no. If you want to watch, you watch it. A educational platform, enye church, enye movement, it's nothing like you want to do. You watch it and what resonates with you, you pick it up. Those are omo dream what don't know. Message ni omo they pick it. They are learning and they are becoming bigger. They have signed celestial covenant to control the skies and distort our frequency from above our heads. I have spoken to you about the covenant. Me na make me chiro say what do we dan rent you obi no nipa ne rent no eso. Na say ne time aso no wan kai say nipa ne time aso. Na woni na koka won asem a obetina dan nim ne nkwanda nyina. Common calendar. Africans are chasing Gregorian calendar and they will use it for zodiac, astrology. Are you a Gregorian? If this is what we defend, where are we going to go? They want to make sure no ancestral power returns through you. And if they don't return with this physical body, no show. That is why I did an editorial about the crystal towers inside the Bermuda Triangle and other deep ocean spaces. I did an editorial about it. I didn't just read. I didn't just download. Now, I traveled there. Me kachira say me to come for islands no swa for Bermuda Triangle no swa ko do Mexico. And I paid huge amount of money for all these editorials. It is not for chartists. I may buy so maybe editorials at the mom. That episode is still on this my platform. Omo me call no so omo hu me na omo supporting me. A man gave me the card details to say me use for free. Though I didn't, but I appreciated that trust, and all that. There are people who bought my plane ticket, a binumu ticket, $20,000 and all that for me. I appreciate. This is what I'm doing. If as I say me move here, I move towards it. Say me downloads now. I don't want to hallucinate, so I make a move to make sure that they are made share and they are made you're right. We'll go deeper about these episodes. Now from September, but these are crystals that, when activated, will awaken your ancestral memory inside your DNA and perform supernatural things. We are preaching awakening. We are not killing anybody. We are not killing you. We don't want you to be dead. We don't want you to lose your mind. We don't want you to go mad. We are not preaching madness to you. Not to think of selling madness to you. That's why I'm always not stable here. We go everywhere. Though I'm a business traveler, it's not my style to be taking pictures. If anybody is taking picture, it's not my problem. But I'm not a child to behave like that. So I don't do certain things. We call these things that can trigger the mass awakening of the DNA flame architecture. So we to me who sa niyama way ewo honomo a na wo behu ade American do de aye frɛ no na mabodi ya kire no. That is why they are in Egypt, to destroy this architecture and shut your DNA from playing that ancestral tone. Eba ne sa na ntumi mbrekishi. We nti na omo wo ho. Na omo di AI aba. Na omo atwa pyramids no omo yi sphinx ni tie fi so. Na omo di alien tie si so. African ni arenam ada. Ejina he 2 pound 2 doso kuta Bible about time and the kwan ye bare ne kwan chi pampe. Ondwi we hu. Nti ahe ne yekwei. Na dede hunu eno ne yeti kurom hanom a ye. How do we awake? Ye beda so daye atena daye ni mu te say ya brabo ne yebo. We hu asem na Maame Grace ne wo ka. No omude AI achisenjiti no, and Africans are not doing anything. AI no cry yen cry social media cry you use. You use social media to show your gullibility. Children crofone say I had a fofo lefo yen cry enimi nyansa. Because that's what social media actually does. It may show behaviors. Ewo. We than to progress rather in hate. And think spirituality is a joke. We can joke with it. This is a war, I'm telling you. It is a celestial war. Our soldiers don't remember nothing. Shishi. Omo jina homa Africa no omo wuye na he no omo wo. Jina ha hallucinate say wo fere wan. Our soldiers are asleep in forgetfulness. Yade wu afem. Anytime we send soldiers to the war front, they are attacked through blocked chakras and choked flames. This is what we are doing here. Tie, it is okay when somebody offends you. Now why you be at yaka, but we beat in a baby no nye wo she. Now de bia we are not there so sign. That tells how low you vibrate. No wonder. So we declare wo. Nipa na etika ni nyinara. Bebrebe no mbetumi agina war front no. Omo chakras are blocked. Your energies are choked. And then I'm the other day, no. This is why I decided to do an editorial on gifted star seeds and the indigo race. When adwen ana etaye chiri. Adwen kese for oman on the continent ni nyina. That is why I did that piece on divine disorder. Episode ni so. It is not for it to be hijacked by the usual bigotry. Sometimes it's so annoying. Me say I will petition the government to put something on it laws on spirituality. We are in a celestial war. We are talking about it. And you, the salamanders and the ghosts and scavengers, think we are talking about their meetings. A war that we don't even know we are fighting. Over 1 million years ago, we lost ourselves to a cosmic covenant that established an order. A full episode about this as well. They later came with false priesthood and fake royalties through religion and kingdoms. And we are still holding on to this. Now, so when you have 50 corner when you are comfort no hunene, a software no hunene, a question of me be some. And Yandrea and Yamus or conformi is our zone to. Ubetimia disrespecting regalia. Now they say our zone to. We've become jokers. When you are saying sensible things for sensible people to dissect, a bad brain will be making noise. They created a hybrid by genetically engineering themselves to be chosen once as a pure bloodline. Ibisamu say yes ye de meka ahimfo wo kromu ha nyina yes ye chi obi ade nesi wana bloodlines but they don't understand some of them. Ye de obi esi ko no ya hwehwemu a ke ye behu say ye ni ohene bi ni ne de so dodo ke be hu sa ahemfu ni bebre omo ye hybrids na omo tete ho kona ko bisa wo nana de entia no se tribe we enkwaware wom ofo se no onim nyansa na oka de oka no. They invaded our lands, stole our history and artifacts and destroyed the temples. They came here won dani bibia ni no nipa baako etiminya tone no otuminya adian ancestral tone no say obekasa na these quacks. They won't even take their time to match the physical plane nipo. And Crawford we ba be fa niama bebre omo be fa artifact omo be fa we and pyramids omo be sesa ni nyina de ko enye na nsenya na Benin fo kwaje artifact bi ba enye na nsenya na Asante yine kwaje artifact bi ba. They never thought say a day like that will come. So we need a tone, you will not focus on ade ayira say wo kofa ba na sunsum abem undun aduane ho eno ho na obedwen rather. They stole the Atlantean keys that were given to the Akabulans by the prince himself. How come when they say Hermes, they are talking about Thoth? Why have they changed everything like that? Thoth the Atlantean. When you say Thoth, go to the brain. Thoth. When we talk about Thoth, they stole the keys and are keeping them till this day because we don't know and have no idea what to do with the important information. Someone, when we give important information, what do we do with it? We follow useless and unnecessary things, creating fucking enemies for people who don't even think about you, people who are not your mates. This is what we focus on. The usual tricks and jokes from distraction and scammers are what we follow. If you are an Akabulan, know that you are here for war. Me catch your plane. You are here to remember. Inti ahaniama na wo park and so nimfaso obeba be earthbound. So this what I'm saying is work on your brain, work on your thought. Find the keys The covenant has ended. Whatever that went on years ago, the covenant has ended. But if the person who is supposed to take charge can't remember, how does he take up his post? That they go to prison. Ni amount 10 years, amount 20 years. Now what now not 10 years, no so not 20 years, no so now to fear better pro. Is that our position? Is that our position? Imagine you went to borrow money from the bank and the time for the loan repayment is due. But the bank people have forgotten. And the information on the computer that says you have to pay a loan you owe is deleted. You will keep quiet. Is that our condition? Is that our situation? So I'm just preaching to us that we should wake up and remember. Because this is the opportunity. I've done everything about the covenant and all that. It's still on this platform. Into the American Union, say mama ye nyane. Say ye kompona, say ye ko bageni, ne ye nya ama ye ho a. Ye ja opportunity de ama ye mano. This is what I'm saying. So you see my assignment. You see why I am me chimna me kasa tinye mu no. Anyone who tries to remember the loan information is automatically your enemy. This is where we are. Say wakwaji ade na say wo say won pesa wakwaji loan, wakwati no obi dem, wakwafa rent, wakwaji obi car. Na nipa ni werɛ fi na wafa car na obi ade no wafa. Say wadu nua de na ne mbesusa. Na ne mba na nyi na omu nim se japade a wutim no eye omo papa dia na waje abawbo company na wutim no eye omo papa dia na waje abawbo a obi biara otwe san kola na dwene abaso no saa nipa no ye enemy. That is my condition right now, because ye nyina ye ni ba ye ho so a ebi nya aduane ni na aduane a ye di no se no ye de ye ni to so a ede ne wode ma ye nchiri ma no. Question ni nie adwuma me ye no enu ni ye se wonim ne fare ba ya. Se wo kotino obi dem na nipa ni werɛ fi obi obetwi nipa na dwen abaso bia eye wo tamfo. So this is why this platform is being hated. But you don't have to be troubled. Me, I'm okay. Maybe unkillables. That is exactly what we are. We gave our world for rent to play a silly game. We signed a covenant not to interfere. Now the rent is over. Time is up for us to take back our house. And Maame Grace is saying, but the tenant has made sure we forget that we even have a house. Into obia obetwe adwe agina so bia na omo asani omo agent no se monko we no monko birimi no ba me wa ha I am equal to the tax. Ye wire mfi kura se ye wo fie bi a covenant wo ho nti ye kwa akofa ye fie na ye akofa ye niama ye wire fi kura omo se ye wire mfi me ye nkai mpo. To ensure the success of their plan, they are now attacking all memories of the house that we have. Nti se memory ni kwa adwen ni kwa e de biom ye adwen aduane ho. Ye adwen ka ho ka no so kra nya ka papa bi mpo. Ni ye adwen ho. Nti ahoɔden ni nyina bedi honamani niama no so. So they are innovating and using every technology they know to make sure there is no single trace of memories, even in your frequency. Some of us will not sit and watch this. No. Because the more we forget, the more they rule, even though they have no covenant and no right to the throne. But ye refi ye ho. Nti no, omo be rule ye nkwanda nyinara. Eno na metwen adwe agina so say. Ye refi bibi. Nti moma ye nya hu bibi. Saa de we ni ye nananom de ya asem ko. Omo say akokɔ ne kenten. Omo say de kenten butu akokɔ so saa. Eduru ba bia wi kenten ni firi ni so kra na obutu ho. Is this our case? Is this our condition? Those who remember do not speak because they are afraid. The least mistake I'll be no more to actually. It's only African. No one name the way omu use power. Ade omu use power they yen money. And then I'm sure na be say nti bosun bi wo kro ni mu. Enya insamanfo. Insamanfo no no insamantwentwe. Even their people will betray them because we have been trained to detect and kill our heroes out of greed because we vibrate on the lowest frequency. To be pejani muka krebi. Na ne hu ye hikwa. They have trained others as thieves, akronfo, and scammers, to use the message of the flame to trick and outsmart others, so that we will die in the lost memory. Emfa enye juma. They say I will petition the government. So onye bibi about spirituality. Social media nankasa on shaking it up, no CV no. But me, I am the blue flame. I am unquenchable. You can't. The reason I stay in my corner, you will never see me anywhere. I am not saturated. I am always in my corner. I am so focused. I just don't understand why. So we're born to that level. Now be family amas where you so copy a pasty. Now I will burn you alive because I am that flame. You can't quench me. They won't speak, but they know and they can see it. The war is hidden in plain sight. Just open your eyes. Bible says salvation is individual. They sing songs about and tell us that dead men tell no tales. So they consider us dead. Inti ye nam ho no kra ye chakras na block no kra ye yeti ase ewuo said the Bible can na ye de nam ho no. Ebinum say ye dead na ye walk no kra so no. They would stop the movement. Now omo amenkrofo aye ewufo no mo ayiyi omo soul afi omo mu no omo atocha anase omo empty omo brain. So they consider us dead. Inti anything they be put you, your body need to sleep by force, run. For we are dead people in their eyes, who need to be given life if only we adapt their names and learn their language. Nti kromu ana ye wono hwan mu na mubu no. So be ya de no de brofo kakra ka ho hey. Eno na ye oh Africa. You don't love yourselves, you hate yourselves. You can't agree on even one language to use a huge continent like this. It's a shame. You sit in Africa and you are doing tribal wars. It's a shame. You are in Africa and you are doing religious wars. Oh, it's a shame. And you are preaching liberation here. You've not even broken the 3D barriers and borders. And you are talking about what? Ethereal what? Forget it. We are dead. And we will only be noticed when we walk and talk like them and defend their institutions and systems. This is why I have become the biggest devil, but it's fine. Democracy, religion, science, fashion, education, health, history. These are the systems we bow to. No be nkaho dia no de onye kra. So be enkutu bibi dia ono de onkaho bi. Enye no kware. Wa bon wa wo se den. These are the systems we bow to. Yekoto wo ho to make us living men, for they see us as dead men with no memory and no story. What is our story? When they see us reading the zodiac sign, they look at us and they are like, quack, 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 quack. Their map is turned upside down. With all their education, they can't do nothing. Their calendar is taken from them. With all the education, they can't do nothing. We've taken their food. We've taken their names. We've taken... they can't do nothing. We've become sleepers. In fact, ye wafra. Almost systems, democracy, religion. There is no country I have not traveled to. And I am very observant. We are the real deal. Asat adi see yeso. They replace our crystal towers with ancient codes that are used in modern technology to distort the memory of star seeds at birth. This is how serious this thing is. And this is what I'm talking about. And this is what gives me the opportunity to go and lecture. But I lecture krana machia manoa hwenchen. Obibini a opese onte ade we asem. Ogina honomo ehwehwe coke anom. About 40 years ago, now abortion is serious crime. Ewo Ghana ha. Sesi de bibia ye diso. Bibia ye diso se ye hunu nya he. Yenya ye ku ye ho ku ye daachi. Yet ya say ye bo mpaye aputo. The empire na obo. These codes are used to take out the strength in names and bind them. So when baby ewo. So today, when you mention Okomfo Anoche, nothing happens. Tete no. Me yi bi akra no. Now ayi friends say Antoine ma. Now body din Tuesday sade e be ye. Nti ne ye mbo say din Tuesday. Ye say ye mbɔ ne me ensampo. Na no om say om akɔwi ade ekura wo ho. Wahu. Afa de ne hwini mu kura ne ye kotu gold. Afa mu hu the way I adwedwe ye ho. Nti na me bisa mo say the deities you people are calling, are they there? Are you sure? With this dirty water. Una nanom na deities no mo wonsuo ni mu kura apo a. Na omu ni omu dinini, omu fe mu ye sure so mo wo bisa mo. Ye si obi bu ni nsa mo nko nsuo no. So mu di aboa na ni kan na mu twabo de ni gumu yo. Eye question no, me bisa mo. Deities no mo ho. And though you walk on for not in cramp and triple ye be yan. Hwinsi. Ubo ni di na hwinsi. We mention names of powerful gods and ancestral powers, and nothing happens because these ancient codes are powerful name binders. This is why technology is where it is now. Because if you use these codes in technology, it affects us all. The tones will affect us all. Inti mo patches inti ye nananom no mo da so wo pa inti nka mo upgrade akom no. Hey, assembly is serious oh. When you are talking spirituality. Obi say abrabo mu nsem. Wo say wabrabo enko ye ayede nyama wo. Okay, adwuma be na wo ye. Wo nya adwuma. Nti se wo nya adwuma na sika sama ayede nyama wo spiritual person wa ko ye nya adwuma na akọ hwe. When we baby ye reduce spirituality abedu. Ye reducing it to zero. Wonya adwuma woni adwuma bi aye abrabo aye din wako spiritual person wako ye den almost or say yes yes spiritual e dey na spiritual adwuma be no waya a wabo ka kire ye no si wo metwetwe adwuma menye bi no mo say yes spiritual woni hwe eburu nsam obeje den wo ho. This is how we are making spirituality look like onipa na nya fibroid na ye ne yefuni mu kese. Go to hospital and go and remove this umoje nyina esa woni nam spiritual people so you see. This is what the scammers do. This is what they do. This is not what I'm doing. Chinam say go your way. Obi aware awo miensa. We see 2 bedrooms. Or say my brabo nye ye nti omo say ye spiritual. Wa brabo na ede na nye ye. Okay, we adwuma wo ye wo salary ye say wo sika aye rada. Say so obebubu no. Wo hwe adwuma wo ye salary om de ma no ne ma school fees ni ade. You could see say ye ne responsibilities na ye more. Ya ka chere say ye spiritual. These quack things I know they see. I know they do. Unya adwuma. Adenti na umbre. Enya adwuma na abakwa akohwehwe aye. Yeti krom aye ni management bia sese papa Mahama saw the 24 hours adwuma eba. Na waye ba bia nkrofo ne beda de. Waye ba bia nkrofo ne beda. Ana so oba ba ya slums na ye more. Sese krom estate ni ba bia bungalow ni ba bia slums twem. Enti 24 hours no okosi factories ni bi wa akura na se. Na bebira akwa na se akotena wa ya adwuma no ana obema omo adwuma no won kran 24 hours e na omo kwa akotena. By this time muteka mu da no na enkrofo ka asem na omo ka se esese omo sisi public toilet facilities e wona me se nemre efie ni wa yesi toilet enye community centers na ka yesi na toilet wo ho obi kopipi na ade a enemre mo tina on kasa omo sisi 2 bedrooms 1 bedrooms na omo fa ma obi ano nkotene na bosom onti esikafo ewo kurom ha minim ne omo de apart from politics okoka wan hwe ni ombe park oboni ama wa omo che wa na omo de ko abusia wo share time with Maame Grace so ye discuss Archontic tones of celestial war baby a bibifo gina ene baby a mi focus wo ho eno na me ne wo edi hu nkombo yi. That is why people complain about certain hidden codes in the names of big companies. These are actually being used to alter the flames of a particular generation. You can't say this and leave the blacks out of it. It's all about us. We are lost. We don't even understand these codes, let alone believe they can do anything to us. And fear. Wahani etutu akukon takra. We are sick as people. Sorry. Someone will say, I don't know what I'm saying. And that's where we are. We believe what we want to believe. And we will not allow people to say what they believe. We have lost all memories. These codes are called Archontic codes by most masters who have chosen to stay hidden from all this chaos. It's not chaos. You try to prepare the grounds for those who are ready. And by force, but still, these quacks. Play victim. We are even building structures that don't help our alignment with the cosmos. Round. And now they call it cottage. 16 inches blocks in glass. The cone-shaped homes idea that we threw away could have saved our celestial bearings. You didn't say anything a box, a square, a trapping. We don't even know. We don't care. Celestial bearings, no crying, because I are trapping. You are using phones and receiving internet through satellites, causing your brain to create artificial dream patterns and give you unnatural sleep rhythms. So we always think our thoughts are ours. No. You see, your dreams, they are not for you. Now look at what social media is doing to us. And you say, "Ama ashawo bo aye easy." Say social media bet me am obi etostino. Wabaka kire no social media ni se kunu na me mefa wonko abrochiro bekun sesi a. Say social media say marriage is change. Ye nim use. It's not good for us. Your thoughts are being created for you by high-level Archontic codes. All these artificial towers and signal detectors are no match for our natural signals. They thought they be an adwin no sha na nka watwa so na wo ko baby. Cause it doesn't make sense. And what do you think Africa is confronting? They make everything for us. We are squatters in our land. And you na wa ye. What the water de akura komo obi so onpama no wetuetuem. We are, some of us are lazy. Obet pam atade na ma celebrate ni kama na de koma na me atare fun de minje o. Me nche. Inti no ye ntimi nya hwe ma ye ho nti bibia toothpick bibia ne yakoto because me odi oya me shopping ma me no wa fly no wakoto to me ntade cause o ka say Nigeria for they are doing well. I'm not saying say some Ghanaians are not doing well. But obia ne ade opehye. Me atade fun me nche. Kan de opa bibia nkrofo na ye ma ye You're ready to do anything for ourselves. Okay, say we try impo now building crofo up no we wia no wasan abofom ti ye hu nya ye ya dwene no kura nya ye dia ya dwene no enye ye dia na ye ne ha se si aburo kura mo ni fi ho na eba engo kokko tomato chese din ne ye ne ha wo ye se wo beka wo benya problem kese. Now let's look at Lineage ritual to break Archontic code. I'm going to teach a ritual to purify yourself and you will see the change. Because I've realized that way in see ya. Ye hun sakraye no ye hun. Na ye hun sakraye wo no ye hun aye ntumi differentiate the chaff from the quack from the truth. That's why I want to put these rituals out. We are all under a spell, and that spell turns all of us into zombies. Unless you get healed by a powerful ritual, you will turn around and fight against your kind. That's who we are now. Maybe I won't ye. Why you serious now? And these frequency blockers have made it worse. One aya kuninio. Na ye wo lazy quacks almost so ye frequency blockers omo no mo ma adwuma na ye time ye worse kra. Those quacks make it so difficult to talk about spirituality. O kakra omo mpese omo ntie Imagine say episode bi a ye bi ananka rituals kan ka ye koda da. Unya age hwe no mo de nam. They will claim teachings is not important and they will watch your episode with fake accounts. No matter no mo de koton akoshedwa. So I have decided to release this very important but lost ritual of our lost world. Ebe bring ye back. Ade bia me hwehwe bo wiase se be bring sa niam ade we ye behu ye ho back. Ni yetumi aye niama. Na sa rituals we am ye fa to utirim na fa date no fa kan why? Because enche bia. This is the oldest known ritual that stands against all adversaries from the Archons and their rulers in ancient times. Ade we net wo da. Se nkrofo we o man say niama o munya kwan yo. Eye niama say na abesay yen no. Eno na ama o kwan bebre. It is from this ritual that we got libation. Na me ko pour libation and a pour libation. Esa mo pour libation. It is from this same ritual that we got the Maame water rituals at the beach and river bodies. The same ritual. It is from this ritual that we got baptism as well. It is one of the oldest yet forgotten ritual of the Akabulan priesthood, which got corrupted by the falsification of the new priest order. Just almost say use this ritual to protect your aura and elements because we are at war. It is a celestial war. And then don't protect the war against your own. Protect your elements so you are able to face the war and liberate your continent. The lineage ritual is about your frequency. An aura being protected from agents that want to block it from accessing ancient DNA tools. Until we assess that, what is in you should not be knocked off by force. No? Because a war processor come naturally. Adie bi ewo umu bia se beba abontin se beko inside a war natural processor no afemu naturally. The lineage ritual uses all four elements: water, earth, fire, and air. It uses all four elements. No, say we can say we the water element into fire. Now these four things need to body na explode. Water is alive and holds DNA memory. That's how I say, Maame, and can reactivate your destroyed lineage path that has been blocked by Archontic codes. Adie we betumi activate na watumi unblock wo na wa block your mode no. Water, soil and air are not just substances. They possess profound consciousness. They are alive and they know. Omunim, omweduma. Each droplet of water carries with it the weight of history. Temie wa hamame. Soul, air and fire are vessels of memory that can transcend time and space. That's what I say, Mami. Within the depth of the ocean are echoes of the names of your ancestors. And then control na ocean nimu. Also ko na akoto nipa part na ko na akoto beast anyway. Is that what you want? Na dey na wa ha ni bia na akoto wo ho dey no need. The wind whispered in the current of history. All the power contained in your family names. They say these elements remind you of the tone that came to you in the womb. You see where it is. There's a lot to discuss. There is a lot to share. Over 2 hours. It be 2 hours. So be and come new be on time because I have content. And I know what I'm doing. They contain records of all the covenants made and unjustifiably destroyed. That is what makes water powerful for libation until it gets corrupted with schnapps. So stop complaining about Christianity. Now also we pour libation with schnapps. We the same thing. The same shape brought it. So keep quiet. To be corrupt. You hate the truth. then untumi nsom bosom obi onka nokore bi ntumi nsom bosom because bosom papa na wosom anka ntro na utwa ne kebekum tina da no me ka kire omse se nka nkrofo wa abosom anyame bi se de omo ka na anka nyame na bekum omo because bosom mpentro. That is what makes water powerful for libation. And I snap na ye and I Christopher Bible no mo de be dada ye na de snap no so be dada. The same thing. Omo ma wona nanum na wa abu. Akọrin se ni sebe. Ohun fie kura kontumi to gotem. That's what your ancestor has become. You made him so. That is why libation is spoken upon with a fire of stone into the air and poured on the ground for the earth to witness. You see? Do we have this understanding? How do we have this understanding? Then you agree with such rituals. You who say ya bosom sem ye debe and I make pour libation and I make pour libation and I make adian she. Last week some chemicals how the bubo mi say me and how the bubo ma ube done something else. Nti no mo brum twene ene to ndom na no so for the board in sack can that mood what flip it what glitch to that mood already. Who did it? Why name? The same way and a libation and a matcher will see. Because these elements do not forget. So one manipulating the panel woman is all my dream say ya. To me manipulating the anisi wono. Woman manipulating the panel will go against Adi Ebebuano. And that's it. That is what has happened to Africans. Akwesi Broni doesn't know how to make the elements forget. So he changed the whole ritual and gave you apathy. And asked the other side of religion to baptize you. The same ritual. And then maybe ma no why ye. Obi eni ho obetumi akase me nsuo nto. Ma wie mbo, ma de ensa. Obi entumi, but obi betumi ama wo adwuma se koye na najo. Na wo ne anadwo sum na ese wo dane mmompa ho. Na ono aka kiro say ye graveyard shift na obi bini age abonani ase because ye betua ne ka. Na wa yere ne ho na oye. Me nka se ma obi enko na job. Asema me kan se waje abolimu se enu na ye sikenti wo de no nko ana wo ye ahwede ye. Utie ni dina na watie no wadwen akwa echi kakra mame. They cannot change the cosmic, they cannot manipulate it, but obese wo wadwen na wasei wakwan e wo cosmic no ni sakam. So to power this ritual in activating a cover over your lineage against the Archontic cause, do these sacred rituals. Me ma uni amani nyina na ayempatwa me frɛ me mbisa me. Me ntumi fe ngu mitiri me de nyina egu platform ne so. Ama mo se be yi a pamocho mo ntro wo honom na obi onu so nte me kasa na watumi ehu na waye bi wo so pepepe ama me. One, the ritual, this is the ritual. This is how you will do it. Please put the date. Oh, you've not heard this anywhere. Put the date. My episodes are not for sale. Aye. If I didn't sell it for you, don't allow anybody to sell it to you. So this is the ritual. One, get water in a bucket and gently speak your name into the tranquility of stillness. Me we are making the tree. Mama and bro for said they scattered. They rituals. Until some get point in ye. Allowing the vibrations to resonate and awaken forgotten truths. That is one thing I'll be. Me, I normally use calabash. Me to me use sukra. And I also say anything woody. But don't cock crap. Hey, aboso adani abeyifo. A crap because a natural thing. There will be no reactions. But how do you use bucket? Why? I use bucket. And then number 2, perform this ritual on a special ancestral day, like Akweside or Homowo, ana Hobochocho. Adentia. It's because no African calendar no mu use until we are blacker, it will resonate. Pachote I say Akweside u pache kehwe say Sunday na isi ade bi esi Sunday ni so Africa calendar it doesn't enye 5 years anke betro what today na ye wo so. Enye wo de entia. Nti no ube yusu sa days no na wo de aye sa rituals ya making. Medical ya kire o said ya obefa bucket no na wo di nsuo na egum e kwan ya obefa so aye na medical ya kire no de toso mienu na ma kire date a obetumi aye na ma kire de entia those dates no eye okay. Number 3, keep the water under the moon and wait for it to charge. What the best si bosome na ase na ade ache so ubehu setete no na nka omo wo akola afoforo a mutumi di nsuo ni si abonten na ebo 4 o'clock a no makofa adware no obi yare a mutumi di nsuo si abonten na ebofo wa na omakofa ekodware no obi yare a omso momfa no nkofa enwura mu ahamache wode no kofa enwura ni mu ahamache diu na egugugugu enwura ne so no nipa na fa ne ho a omse eyi nyadewa edeko enti no wode nsuo na waye no wode afa the second ritual ni mu no wode bekwa akosi bosome nase like ade asana obeda no wode besi ba bia roof ni ho na ade ache so. That is 3. Then number 4, then on that special ancestral day, bathe the moon water in a big bowl. Inti se ade ache sa no na se da na mama wono se ya kwasi de no na wa fa nsuo no wode besi wo bowl ana tray besi wo no we dware agu. Me say mo obi enton ade we ma do it yourself and tell me what happens. Na we dware ewom nsuo no ewom. Number 5, fetch some of the water and pour it on a land you have never visited before. Ade we amanfo ye no ma se nsuo ni bi no mo de egu bag mu ko America. No ma ko hwe egu ho. Wo betumi so etu se akra ha na wo a utumi tu ko ba bi a wo pe na wo di nsuo na ye den. Wo de akọ ho. Na wo de akọ perform ritual ya making. That is number 4. That is not number 5 no de awde be no nsuo na wo dware ye no wo betumi ahyehye. Na wo de akogugu se bi a wo kumase obetumi dia abia begu akra ne ade na waye but nobody should turn this into business. Nobody should turn this into any bosomasem. It is not ade e wo ho da ya distort e bi de baptism e bi de libation e bi de saying the original is what I'm telling you. If you can download, you can find out about this. Na wo kwa akoya nsem a wo beka na nu nie utie wasansuo na wo de kom udi kogu won udi gu ade a obeka no eno na me beka yi wo ka wi a na wahwie gu. Tell me what you see. I am not trapped by any Archontic codes. Wona wo ka say you mpa ya wo bo no eno no. I am not bound by their false lineage flames in water, in air and soil. Wona wo ka say I remember this day. No what say we affirmation no waka say wo kai say ada na ade a wo ye no. Come and witness this day and walk with me from today. Wona wo ka say their systems cannot harm me. O bo mpaye ama wa wo ho. Wa bo sa mpaye we ye wie no. The water and other elements will respond. The memories held within will stir and flow, reawakening the connections to your lineage or lineage. Try and do this and tell me what happens. And this is my 5th rituals in 8 years. I'm starting shows here. They are not for sale. 2 years, 1 year, 6 months later. They are not for sale. No why no just that separate whatever, the bucket or the whatever. Separate them and do them for them. And take yourself out of Archontic case. Now if you want to say the way I will be doing, should the way I will be should the way I will be dealing with these systems. I almost said it at the Amayen. Again, nobody should turn it into abeism. Nobody should turn it into chakras. Nobody should turn these rituals into abosun semni mojasem. Adie we wo kwa ya ye ya ye nanano ma ya abo mo no mo tai nsuo na mo tumi tutu fom mpo na mo aye kukuo no wo fie ni finfini ba bia roof ni ho no na mo di nyame nsuo na gum na awi na mo sa na mo di dware nipa omo sa na mo di dware nipa na sese mo adane ne de mo bedane no enne aha na me di ubesi na ye episodes no a time is coming na episode bia ye be ye bia na ye de ne rituals na ka ho. It is for free. They are not for sale. In 1 month, in 2 months, in 3 months, it still remains the rituals. You heard this from here. Don't buy it from anywhere. Mackerel.